My name's Daryl Christelis. I'm the owner of Grid Free Energy. It's a gasifier company. We do research and development on gasifiers. This gasifier here is a customer of ours that come in. He bought it new, couldn't get any support out of the people. So we took the gasifier in, he brought it to us, and we completely rebuilt it. New grate system, new filter system. Downsized the jets, they were too big. This is Clovis Marischal. This is a gentleman that we rebuilt it for. I'm kind of going through some preliminaries with him right now. He indicated to us the most thing that he wanted was some support, somebody to help him. He had never run a gasifier before. So right here we've got the top off the reactor, and we got all the charcoal, everything out of it. And in a second you'll see the bottom down there, which is where the grate system is. The grate is changed out. There's the gauges right there you see. We added him some gauges so he'd kind of tell what's going on. I'm just going on over some general stuff with him right here. Here's the filter system. I'm gonna walk him all the way through it. We completely redone the filter candle. Did not like it all the way it was designed. Very important piece to this gasifier. Here in just a second, I'm showing him the filter media. That's the top of the media, which is sawdust. That goes on the very top. We use straw, hay, chips in the bottom of it. You'll see in just a second. We're fixing to fill it with some straw. There we are. We're gonna fill it about 2/3 full. Very important that the straw is not green or wet. This is a separation disc that we built. It's just a screen with a bunch of holes, and it has a gasket around the outside that will not let anything pass through the sides. You'll see me just tamping the sides down a little bit. It's kind of tight, but it works very well. The next thing you'll see, that's sawdust. You can use sawdust, real small chips. I'm talking 1/8 quarter-inch chips. We've even used some leaves and bark at a time when we didn't have anything else. Sawdust is my main choice. You'll see me pick up another disc in my hand in a second. Very important, the disc will go on top of the sawdust, and that keeps the sawdust from getting in the engine, because this is the last part here. Well, there's some foam that goes on top, but this is very important. This is the last part that the gas passes through before it gets into the motor. Very, very important. It's clean. There you see me picking up the 2 pieces of foam. That's just in case the sawdust doesn't catch everything. Last line of defense right there. We built him those 2 separation discs. Then we're gonna put this foam in there. And the thing you see on the ground right there is just something that we set on top of the foam that we built to keep the foam from flopping around, rising up. With all this together, it makes a really good filter system. Once you learn how to pack it and do it, it's really takes about 4 to 5 minutes at the most. And we'll run the thing depending on what kind of wood we're running. A lot of different factors involved in it, but generally we'll get anywhere from 8 to 15 hours out of that filter system there. If I had to say, one of the most important things on a gasifier is the filter system, because if you don't have a good filter system, it'll eat that motor up in a heartbeat. Here I am dropping the filter candle down in it. We totally changed the way you hold this filter candle in there. They had 4 eyelets on the outside. We cut those off, and now we use 1 wing nut in the center. We put a handle on there for him so he could drop it down there very easy. Here I am just explaining to him, this is a device we built. You put across it, it slips in two rails, and you'll see the wing nut there on top of it. I'm explaining to him how it goes in. Looks complicated, but it's not. Very, very effective. We got rid of the 4 bolts. We were in and out of it so much that we just couldn't take the time with those 4 bolts. Plus, for a new user, it's very easy. Just take off a wing nut. You don't need any wrench or anything. Here we are. We're tightening. Another thing we did, we're tightening down the filter candle to the filter itself, and there is a gasket underneath there. When we got it, when it come into us, it was just floating inside, and there's a great potential for gas to come through the sides. Again, that gas needs to be clean. I can't stress that enough. Okay, here we go. This is the reactor. We're loading up the reactor with charcoal. You want the charcoal about 8 inches above the jets. 5 to 8 inches. And another thing is, you don't have to do this every time. Once you get charcoal, once you get it started, this is just because it's empty. You use charcoal, okay? Here we're dropping in the fuel. All it is blocks anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches. We just cut them on a saw. You can use chips. We use a lot of chips, cedar chips. This is just some pine we picked up from local houses, and we cut it up. That pine is 15%. I gave him a moisture meter so he can make sure that it's not over 15%. You can probably get away with 20%, but I don't suggest doing that. Where we're at, we use a lot of cedar, which is only about 6 or 7%, but different parts of the country, different species of wood have different moisture content. I'm explaining it to him here about that you see on the side is a vibrator. We put him a vibrator on there, and what that does, it helps work that fuel down so it doesn't bridge up. Works very well. Okay, I'm showing him here about the generator, and we're fixing to flare thing. There I am flaring it off, okay? It was a windy day, and it didn't flare real well, but we're gonna start it anyway. You need to get it up to about 1300 degrees. It's running here now. We're gonna run it about 30 to 45 minutes for him, and make sure he knows everything about it, because one thing, again, he stressed us, he had no help with it. So we're here for the support. We're not gonna build something for him and walk off and leave him. What you see on the ground there are heat guns. That's the way we test the amperage. I'm just showing there that the guns are working. There's 12, 24, about 36 amps there. And then there's a little deal that you heat. You put a skillet on, you can put some eggs, whatever, that adds another. It's putting out about 45 amps right now, 40 to 45. The wood fuel is about 70% as potent as gasoline, but in most of the time, fuel's free. Okay, something I'd like to say before we end this video.
Most people think all this debris is junk, but if you have this, someday it could save your life.
Tell them what your name is.
Daryl Christelis,
And your company?
Grid Free Energy.
And who's your badass niece?
Chelsea Core.
Uncle and niece time! The best time!
Okay, folks, in wrapping up this video, Clovis is satisfied, and if you're a prepper, or you live off grid, or you just feel someday the grid will go down, or if you own a small business that needs electricity, contact me. I can help you.